Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ungainly Titan. We're here on Mountain Pass Winter, and we're in the T-29. We're top tier, and I'm going to go down the one route. That was my plan from the beginning. Sometimes I go down the Glacier Road, but this time I've decided to go down the one route. I've seen quite a lot of games on Mountain Pass recently where people frequently don't go down the one route, or not many tanks go down the one route or up the one route from the southern side. And instead they settle into a kind of a firefight across the frozen lake, and it's not right to neglect that one route. It's one of the best attacking routes on the map. Most of the other routes are very highly defensible and strongly favour the defenders. It's one of the few routes that actually favours the attacking force. It's also pretty arty safe. It is very difficult for artillery to get into a position where they can interdict much or most of that route. They can interdict the ends of it, as in here, and the exit at the other end, but they can't really interdict most of the route between these two locations, simply because the hill and mountain in the middle is just too high. Too many mountains in the way, in fact. On the other hand, on this particular occasion, we've completely ignored the mountain glacier route on the eastern side of the map. So when I come here to the corner, there's a bunch of tank destroyers and a medium tank sitting here, doing no good to God or country. They won't get to see any action unless the tanks in front of them die, and therefore their guns are effectively out of the fight for the next minute at least, and they have no part to play in the initial fight. They'd be much better off if they actually came down and contributed to the fight that's going on, while it's worth contributing to it. Now I push out a little too far there, but the tanks they're not doing a lot of damage, so I put a very substantial hit into the VK3001P, and I just wait for the reload. There's a T-37 down there as well, and I do a very substantial amount of damage to him as well, removing more than half his hit points. Now I was thinking of pushing across, and then I spotted there's a Tiger 131 down there, and I thought, no, maybe not. The problem is not just the Tiger 131, but whatever tank is at the left, on my left at the corner, would also get to shoot me as I was coming down that sunken road, because I'm just such a tall tank, and I get the side and the back of my turret at the very least. Now I finished off the VK3001, and we'll put another round into the Tiger because the T-37 is not showing me much of his tank. And with the Tiger withdrawing, I'm going to come down this side of the road. I take a hit from the VK3006 or 3601, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's worth it to get into the position I need. So I get a shot of the Tiger, finish him off. Don't get the reload, and the VK3601 has just gone down over the cliff to avoid facing off against 4 enemy tanks. So I completely donked the shot on the T-37. Really didn't fluff that one up completely, and the ONE finishes him off. So we come to the corner. I think the VK3601 is probably dead at this point. There's still a tank over the other side of the frozen lake, but he's not going to last very long either. There's a lot of tanks shooting him as well. So I think I bounced that first round. We take a more considered shot, and we almost finish him off, and then somebody else completes the job. So now there's only 5 enemy tanks remaining. This one of them has reached the end of the Glacier Road, so a cap by the enemy is possible. So I'm going to keep pushing. If I keep pushing, everybody else keeps pushing with me, and I have plenty of health, so it's not really a problem. The T-34-100 is quite a dangerous tank. He can probably put a round through me anywhere except the front of the turret, and he seems to know better than to shoot the front of the turret. So we come around the corner here, and we take a hit from another T-29. But he's out in the open, and as long as I can keep angled and he's not fully upgraded, so he's on the 90mm gun, I'll bounce a lot of his shots. The T-34-100 is actually a more dangerous threat. But I have to get rid of the T-29. I can't turn my sights to him. He obviously knows enough that he can penetrate the side. He proved that earlier on. And I can't just leave him sitting there. And I can't take on the T-34-100 until he's gotten rid of. So we get rid of him. And we wait for the tracks to come up. And the T-34-100 decides that the other side of the map looks better than this. It's kind of hard to say whether it is or not. That tank destroyer pushes forward and spots the artillery, and the artillery's dead before I get to zoom in on the sights. And that's it. I think the game is over. The T-34-100 has made it most of the way down that frozen river estuary or whatever it is, and then he gets expired by the tanks coming up against him. And let's see how we did. I think we did pretty well, actually. We got over 3,000 damage, nearly 1,400 blocked. High caliber, second class mastery, steel wall, and from the look of those operation points, we came number 1 by experience. So that confirms it, number 1 by experience. Quite happy with the result. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you again soon.